What's up? Welcome back. It's been a while. I have finally started doing some stuff. Pray I get new computer. Yeah, it crashed. The old computer crashed, which is why I'm not frequent, but I'm catching up. I'm back to my old computer. Welcome back to this channel. We are talking about the natural disasters in Uganda, specifically focusing on the floods in Kampala that destroyed so many traders' merchandise. Merchandise. People lost businesses completely. The likes of Nnataliya, that popular TV personality, lost their businesses completely. And I know people are mocking specifically Nnataliya because of her political views and opinion. And that is for you to concentrate on. But we that I believe are completely awake, we should understand that this political situation in Uganda does not spare anybody. It does not spare anybody, regardless of the fact that you are so hell-bent at supporting the ruling government or not. Everyone is going to feel it. In the famous words of Bobby Wine, the people's president, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, he once stated in an interview, Mujja kiwulira, you will feel the pain because we keep reminding you that this country is literally on life support. It is on life support when it comes to the leadership of our country. And if this is your first time, this is the Uganda Awakening. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to first share a video from the Prime Minister of Uganda when she visited Nabanja. Yeah, Nabanja visited the traders. And do we think there is anything to take away from her message that she states is directly from the President of Uganda? Is that in itself enough? At the end, I will share a powerful message from Nina Roz. Yeah, we will look into what Nina Roz, a musician, come politician herself as well, and what she has specifically outlining Nnataliya's situation in regards to this calamity. So let's get right into it. Let me share the video from the Prime Minister of Uganda.
This morning, directed that I come here to see exactly what is happening. I think everybody has seen that the drainage channel has been constructed. Then according to the engineers, we have also seen that the caravan crossings that are supposed to carry water to the drainage channel are limited. And so I want to direct that you open you open space for more caravans so that they can bring as much volume of water into the channel. Then two, I want to request the engineer from the Ministry of Works to come and give advice.
Honorable Prime Minister, as you have rightly stated, we need more culverts to get water into the channel here. But the bigger picture is we need to look at the future expansion of this channel, because as we are standing here, that day when it rained, this channel was actually flowing through. So, as engineers and as ministry, we need to guide KCCA to see, to understand this, and to see how we can mitigate future overflows and see how it can be directed within the outside drainage system.
Now, where you are standing is a caravan that is supposed to bring the overflow from Nakasero and all these, the water that collects from all those buildings. So from there, the storm water from the other side up to here is only one caravan. And so I think water was running on the surface.
So according to that video, There are three things that I want to point out. According to that video you have just watched of the Prime Minister, there are three things that I just want to point out. The first one is that in a broken system, you can almost see the desperation. At least if you're paying attention, you can almost see the desperation. This government now is between a rock and a hard place. The question of priority. What should we prioritize in the face of disaster, especially when we are at the very critical point in our campaigns to seek the vote of Ugandans? This disaster has struck at such a very untimely manner, to the point that the Prime Minister has to pause the campaigns that she is embarking on for the president, because for her, at least, she is unopposed. Now she is rushing back to address the traders. Now, the second thing is you can almost understand why it is very, very, very important for this country to reclaim its institutions. And what I mean by this, institutions that are empowered enough to serve the people without this stepfather mentality of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And by this I mean he goes around lecturing people about service delivery and how it is tied to their vote, the NRM vote. He castigates individuals from areas where the opposition is dominant, that the reason as to why you're not getting all these services, it is because you don't vote NRM. Openly, he states this. Now, when I say that Museveni is like a dreaded stepfather, and this is not to say that all stepfathers are bad. I mean, believe it or not, there are some very good stepfathers that step up and take care of his children. But for Museveni's case, he's like one who is straight out from hell, lying to us that, yeah, because you do not vote NRM, this is why you're not getting services. And Kampala is notorious. When it comes to this, they do not vote NRM as popularly as they do in mostly the western part of the country. They do not. So you mean to tell me that areas that vote the NRM so well developed and advanced, and in this case comparable to Singapore, yeah, they have excellent service delivery. You mean to tell me that when disaster strikes those areas, that everything is well prepared and it does not even require the Prime Minister of Uganda to visit those areas to reassure them that everything is going to be fine? And now the last thing that I have noted in this video is the fact that the engineers stated that no matter how much this area is being upgraded, the drainage system that is under works, in which the Prime Minister had to point out that, okay, open up the drainage system a little bit more so that the water drains out. Yes, that is all fun and games, but we need to consider even upgrading something that is already in the process of being upgraded, needs to be upgraded. Now, when someone said or mentioned, I think, that Kampala was planned for only 800,000 people, and we have 800,000 people in just one market, Owino market, it might not have been as accurate as it sounds, and which is why I don't want to state this for a fact that Kampala was literally planned for only 800,000 people. But what it paints in form of a picture, that this city, no matter how much it has increased in population, the critical infrastructure that is necessary to make it serve the number of people and at the rate at which the population has grown has been ignored and neglected. At the end of this video, I'm going to read a caption, a Facebook post of Nina Roz, who is contesting for Woman MP in Sembabule, musician turned politician. She's a National Unity Platform flag bearer. She articulated this so well. The city is playing catch up. There is almost no consideration of the number of the population increase especially with how much it is strategically located in more like a basin. The most critical part of Kampala city is in the basin area. Swamps have been encroached upon, reclaimed, and turned into slums, makeshift houses, and people are out there also putting up factories in swamps. This is a very critical part of our country in terms of drainage of water. We have literally made it impossible for water to seamlessly, find its way out of the major part of our city. And you traders, much as people are mocking Nnataliya, I know that there is so much pain in starting a business. It becomes a reminder to everyone that when disaster strikes, when mismanagement of our country starts manifesting itself in form of repercussions, no one is spared. Regardless of your political opinion, no one is safe. A child's play when Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu stated this, that mujja kiwulira, that you will feel the pain of the mismanagement of this country. We cannot look the other way and pretend that everything is fine. Let me read out in conclusion of this video, because I don't want this to be too long. I want to read out the post that points out every aspect of what I want to state in this video, that it literally just summarizes it. Nina Roz states, every time the floods hit Kampala, it's not just the water that rises, it's heartbreak of countless hardworking families and traders whose lives are turned upside down. Meet Nnataliya, a devoted trader who built her business from scratch, investing years of sweat, sacrifice, and dreams into it. Today, her livelihood is swept in ruins, swept away by the floods that she never caused. These floods are more than a natural disaster. They are a reflection of neglect, poor planning, and absence of accountability. And Nnataliya's story is the story of so many others, mothers, fathers, youth, and families struggling to survive, now forced to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. Their cries are real, their losses are real, and their need for immediate support, compensation, and action is urgent. This is a call to all leaders and authorities. Our people's lives cannot be collateral damage to incompetence. That is quite a line. I have to repeat this. Our people's lives cannot be collateral damage to incompetence. What a nail she has hit over there. Let us stand with them, amplify their voices, and demand that justice, care, and accountability reach every corner of our city. Now, I don't know any other way I can clarify this to you. We have been duped into thinking that this country is only manageable by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni because of how he has put every institution in his armpits. He has left us with no other choice but to kneel and beg, just so a few crumbs can fall off his family table. And therefore we can find some relief until the next day or the next electoral cycle. This in itself has become such a huge deception in terms of so many people thinking that Museveni is literally doing us a favor. He's on record by stating that he's not a servant to nobody. We need to reclaim back what it means being a servant leader in our country, because only then can we have exemplary individuals running institutions the way they are supposed to be run. I'm not stating that it is as simple as it is to solve the predicament, the problems that many of these traders find themselves in. I live here in the United States, specifically in California. When the fires hit California, the damage that was caused by the Palisades fire in a country that has such a huge budget and manpower, you would think that could contain these fires. I know natural disasters are quite complex in so many ways, but there is what they call an overwhelm of natural disasters. And then there is what we call carelessness in the case of Kampala. Because since I was a kid, I have seen this water flooding the city of Kampala. And each year, it keeps increasing. It keeps increasing. And what do? We keep encroaching into the places that this water is supposed to be draining out. So that's what I call stupidity and idiocy at the highest order. This is why when she states that we cannot allow our people to become collateral damage for incompetence, it hits so hard. Yes, America found itself at such crossroads, specifically California, in containing the Palisades fire, but I saw vigilance. I saw institutions that were standing their ground. I saw volunteers coming from as far as Canada and Mexico to help out because there was a streamlined system that could allow for these interventions from different people to come out and help in containing these fires. Now, I don't want to imagine what would happen in Kampala if we did not have enough water, just like California finds trouble in accessing water during fires, because I'm pretty sure that the whole city would burn down if we were in the same scenario because of the sort of incompetence. And it is a repeated situation that continues manifesting itself. My heart goes out to all those people that lost their property in Kampala. And I hope that everyone finds a way out after suffering, losing their entire businesses. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you think about this situation. What should we have done in this case? Do you think that instead of the government giving us these speeches from the Prime Minister Nabanja should compensate the businesses of these people, hardworking Ugandans who pay taxes? And Nnataliya lamented she had just paid like 10 million to URA for her business. Who is going to compensate these people? There is no proper insurance framework that can bail out traders in such times of enormous loss. We have seen the fires that gutted Owino Market. And the irony was, during those fires in Owino Market, the repeated fires, was that the fire department is quite close to Owino Market. May God help us for God and my country. This is why we are in a protest vote. This is why the slogan of choice is a protest vote. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video.